Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you guys how to crochet a summer breeze tank top. This tank top is fairly easy to make. It's great for beginner. And I also have free written pattern for size extra small, go up to XXL. It's available for free on my blog. And if you prefer PDF printable version, it's available for purchase on my Etsy shop and my Ravelry store. And I will put all the link in description below. For this tutorial, I will show you inside small. Okay? I hope you enjoy. Here is the materials that I use for this project. First of all, I want to say thank you to my friend She sent me this yarn. Of course, if I don't have this yarn, I don't have the cute tank top to share with you guys. So yeah, thank you my friend. And this is Scheepjes sunkissed. It is 100% cotton. It's 185 yards or 170 meters per each skein. Okay, this is fingering weight yarn. And here is the color, number 10. And I will put more details in description below. Please go check that out. And for the size small, the size that I'm gonna show you in this tutorial, I use almost 2 skeins of this yarn. This is what I have left in 2 skeins. Okay? And different sizes, you need more or less, okay? If you want to use different brand, please look for fingering weight yarn, okay? Crochet hook, size 3.5 millimeters. Scissors and yarn needle. Okay, before we start, I just want to talk about this pattern a little bit. So this pattern is very easy to make. It's 4 row repeat, and or it's just like a double crochet, and here is the chain 1 and skip 1 stitch to make like a window open here. It's very easy. It's great for beginner. And yeah, we're gonna make 2 panels exactly the same. The front panel and the back panel make the same. Okay? And we're just gonna start make the chain from here. And the chain that we make gonna be the width of the tank top. And then we're gonna crochet back and forth. Okay? And then the more rows that we make gonna be the length of the tank top. And if you wanna make longer one, feel free to do that. And even the dress, just keep adding more rows. Alright? And yeah, after we have 2 panels, we're gonna put them together like this, and then we're gonna sew on the side from the top here, sew all the way down here, which is the side here, all the way down. This is the side seam. Okay, and then the straps is add later. So I have the strap here. So this is the strap. So the strap I insert into the front panel and then to the back panel, and then bring the strap up a little bit. This is gonna be your shoulder, and then the end of each strap, each side, I bring it up again, so it looks like a double strap. Okay, and then I tie a bow. Alright, and let's talk about the measurement. So the measurement for this one, this is size small, okay? And from here to here, which is the width, is 15.78 inches width from here to here, okay? Across, not around. Alright, and then for the length from here go up to here is 10.22 inches length. All right, and again, if you want longer, feel free to add more rows. Just want to show you my tank top real quick here. See, that's what it looks like. Really beautiful. See, here is the side seam. Okay, the other side seam. Really cute. I'm planning to make a dress as well. We'll see if I have time. And here is the straps. Little flower here. And this side as well. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so first we're gonna make a slip knot. And for this pattern is multiple of 2 plus 3. So some people don't know what is multiple of 2 plus 3. You're gonna make 2 chain, 2 chain, 2 chain, 2 chains. And then when you have your desired length, you're gonna add 3 more chains. So that is multiple of 2 plus 3. So for the size small, the size that I'm gonna show you here, I make 77 chains. That is multiple of 2 plus 3. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you don't make your chain too tight, and I will meet you guys back in when I have 77 chains. Okay, now I have 77 chains, and then for row 1 gonna be the right side. The odd number row gonna be the right side, and the even number rows gonna be the wrong side. So row 1, I gonna skip 3 chain stitch and then make 1 double crochet into the next stitch, which is the 4th chain stitch from the hook. Okay, so skip 1, 2, and 3, and in the next chain I'm gonna make 1 double crochet. And I always like to go into the little bump on the back of the chain stitch. Okay, and you also can go into the normal chain stitch as well, whatever you prefer. So I yarn over, insert the hook into the 4th chain from hook, but I go into the little bump on the back here. Okay, yarn over, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops on my hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, and then the chain, the 3 chain that we skipped, it's counted as 1 double crochet. So now I have 2 double crochet. Alright, and then we're just gonna make 1 double crochet into each chain stitch across. So yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch, and I go into the next bump here. Pull up a loop and make a double crochet. Now I have 3 double crochet. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next chain stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch, pull up a loop, make a double crochet. See, I just repeat the same pattern. Oops. Okay, the reason I like to insert my hook into the little bump on the back of the chain stitch, it gives me a very nice edge at the bottom here. Alright, whatever you prefer, I just want to show you what I do. Okay, keep making 1 double crochet into each chain stitch across till you reach the end of row 1, and I will meet you guys back in. I'm at the end of row 1 here, and I have 75 double crochet stitches, includes the first 3 chain that we skipped as well. Okay, and you want to have an odd number of these stitches, because when we make this part, the row 2, you want to have an odd number. Okay, so I have 75. That is odd number. And now row 2 gonna be the wrong side. We're gonna chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the first 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, and then the chain 1 here count as 1 chain space. Okay, and then we turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And now we're gonna skip next stitch here and make 1 double crochet into the next. Okay, not the very first stitch, okay, that we're gonna skip. The first stitch is belong to the first 3 chains because we count the first 3 chain as 1 double crochet. So we're gonna skip next stitch right here. Alright, and then make 1 double crochet into the next. So yarn over, skip this one, insert the hook into the next, pull up a loop and make double crochet. Okay, that's what it look like. And then we're gonna chain 1, skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Yarn over, skip next stitch, insert the hook into the next and make a double crochet. See? And then chain 1, skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next. So yarn over, skip next stitch, insert the hook into the next, and we're just gonna repeat that. Okay, so chain 1, skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next. Yarn over, skip next, insert the hook into the next and make a double crochet. See, that's what it look like. And we're just gonna repeat that. Chain 1, skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next. We just repeat that until the end of row 2, but I show you a couple more times. So chain 1, skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next. Okay, chain 1, skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next. See? Alright, keep repeating that. So next, you're just gonna chain 1, skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next. Keep doing that all along here till you reach the end of row 2, and the last stitch gonna be the 3rd chain stitch. Okay, and I will show you when you reach the end. I'm at the end of row 2 here, but I haven't made the last double crochet yet. So I already chain 1 here, and then for the last double crochet gonna be into the 3rd chain. Okay, so if you're not sure where is the 3rd chain, you can turn this side as well and you're gonna count the chain. So this is the 1st chain, 2nd chain and 3rd chain. That is the 3rd chain that you're gonna make the last double crochet into. Okay, so skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the last stitch, which is the 3rd chain. So yarn over, insert the hook into the last stitch, pull up a loop and make a last double crochet. That's what it look like. Alright, the end of row 2, I have 38 double crochet stitches and then 37 chain 1 space. Okay, so the chain 1 space is this one. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36 and 37. Okay, and then the double crochet stitch, just this. Okay, you're gonna count the first 3 chain as 1 double crochet as well. Alright, so yeah, I have 38 double crochet stitches and 37 chain 1 space. And now row 3, we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and first 3 chains always count as 1 double crochet, and then turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. Alright, and yeah, row 3, we're gonna make 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space here. So yarn over, insert the hook into the chain 1 space, pull up a loop and make double crochet. Okay, now we have 2 double crochet, and then 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch here. So yarn over, insert the hook into the double crochet stitch and make a double crochet, and then 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space. Oops. Okay, and then 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch, 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. See, just repeat that. 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. Okay, that's what it looks like. So you're just gonna keep repeating that. 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch, 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch, all the way down till you reach the end of row 3, and the last double crochet that you're gonna make into the 3rd chain stitch. And I will meet you guys back in when you reach the last chain 1 space. Okay, I'm at the end of row 3, but I still have to make 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space, and then 1 double crochet into the last stitch, which is the 3rd chain. Okay, but I just want to show you guys. Okay, so next we're gonna make 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space, which is right here. So yarn over, insert the hook into the chain 1 space and make a double crochet, and then we're gonna make 1 double crochet into the last stitch, which is the 3rd chain stitch. So this is the 1st chain stitch, 2nd chain stitch, and then the 3rd chain stitch. And we're gonna yarn over, insert the hook into the 3rd chain stitch and make the last double crochet. Alright, so the end of row 3, I have 75 double crochet stitches. It's the same amount of the stitches on row 1. Okay, make sure you count your stitches every row so you not increase or decrease by accident. And now row 4, we're gonna chain 3 and always count as 1 double crochet and turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then we're gonna make 1 double crochet into the next stitch and then into each stitch across. Okay, not the very first one. Okay, the very first one is belong to the first 3 chains, because we count the first 3 chain as 1 double crochet. We're not gonna make the double crochet in there. We're gonna make a double crochet into next stitch here. Okay, so yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch and make a double crochet like so, and then 1 double crochet into each stitch across. Okay, keep making that until you reach the end of row 4, and I will meet you guys back in. I'm at the end of row 4 here, but I haven't made the last double crochet yet. Just want to show you guys, sometimes it's difficult to see the last stitch, so be careful. So the last stitch gonna be the 3rd chain always. Okay, because we count the first 3 chain as 1 double crochet, and we always gonna make the last double crochet into the 3rd chain, which is right here. As you can see here, it's difficult to see, right? So anyway, so I'm gonna yarn over, insert the hook into the last stitch, which is the 3rd chain here, pull up a loop and make a last double crochet. Alright, the end of row 4, I have the same 75 double crochet stitches, make sure to count your stitches every rows. So for row 5 we're gonna repeat row 4, which is chain 3. Always count as 1 double crochet and turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then make 1 double crochet into the next stitch and then into each stitch across. So yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch here and make a double crochet into next stitch, oops, and then into next stitch. Alright, keep making 1 double crochet into each stitch until you reach the end of row 5, and I will meet you guys back in. I'm at the end of row 5 here, and I have the same 75 double crochet stitches, and I already make the last double crochet into the third chain here. And now I'm gonna repeat row 2 to row 5 4 more times. This is size small, okay? And yeah, check on written pattern. I tell you exactly how many more times that you're gonna repeat row 2 to row 5, okay? And if you want longer than that, you keep adding more than 4 more times, okay? So see here, this is row 2 to row 5 here, okay? And then this is row 2 to row 5, row 2 to row 5, row 2 to row 5, and then row 2 to row 5. And then at the end we will add 2 more rows of this stitch pattern, okay? And yeah, for me, for size small, like I said, I repeat row 2 to row 5 4 more times, and then I will have total of 21 rows, okay? And then for row 22 and row 23 we're gonna make this pattern here, the last 2 rows, okay? And yeah, like I said, feel free to add more rows, but you're gonna repeat row 2 to row 5. That is the pattern repeat, okay? So next, row 6 we repeat row 2, right? I'm gonna show you guys a few stitches. So we chain 4, count as 1 double crochet and chain 1, alright, and then turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then we skip the next stitch here and make 1 double crochet into the next. So yarn over, skip the next stitch, insert the hook into the next and make a double crochet, and then chain 1 and skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next. Yarn over, skip the next, insert the hook into the next and make a double crochet, and chain 1, skip the next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. See, right now we repeat row 2, chain 1, skip next stitch, insert the hook into the next stitch and make a double crochet. Alright, that's what it's look like so far. So now we start the second repeat. It's very easy, and I show you again here. And when you reach the end of whatever the pattern that you make, the side that you make, so for size small, when you reach the end of row 21, which is right here, okay? And then for row 22 and row 23, I will come back and show you guys how to do that last 2 rows. Alright, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat row 2 to row 5 4 more times, total of 21 rows, and then I will be back when I reach the end of row 21. And one more thing, make sure to count your stitches every rows, alright? And yeah, good luck. Okay, after I repeat row 2 to row 5 4 more times, and I will have 21 rows, okay? This is the end of row 21. And for row 22. This is size small, okay? You might have a different number rows. Whatever the size that you're working, just follow the written pattern. For the size small, this is the end of row 21, okay? And for row 22, we're gonna repeat row 2, okay? We're gonna do this part right here. Okay, just do exactly when we make row 2, which is chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then 4 chain here count as 1 double crochet and 1 chain. So skip next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next. So yarn over, skip next stitch here, insert the hook into the next and make a double crochet. Chain 1, skip next stitch and make double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip next stitch and make double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip next stitch and make double crochet into the next. Okay, just repeating that all the way down till you reach the end, and I will meet you guys back in when I reach the end of row 22. I'm at the end of row 22 here, and I already make the last double crochet into the 3rd chain. Okay, don't forget that. And then for the final row, gonna be this one, the final one here. Okay, which is row 23. I'm gonna chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Count as 1 double crochet and 1 chain, and then turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then we're gonna make 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch here. Okay, this one. So yarn over, insert the hook into the double crochet stitch and make a double crochet like so, and chain 1 and make 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch right here. Chain 1, 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. We're just gonna repeat this. Okay, chain 1, 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. See, you're gonna keep repeating that. You're gonna chain 1 and make 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch, chain 1 and 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch, all the way down here till the end. And the last stitch gonna be the 3rd chain. Okay, and I will meet you guys back in when you have 1 stitch left. I don't want to show you guys, but I'm pretty sure you know how to do that, but I'm gonna show anyway. All right, and I will meet you guys back in when I reach the end of row 23. I'm at the end of row 23 here, and I'm gonna make the last stitch with you. So next I'm gonna chain 1 first and then skip next stitch and then make 1 double crochet into the last stitch, which is the 3rd chain stitch. Okay, if you're not sure, you can count as well. So this is the 1st chain, 2nd chain, and 3rd chain. So I'm gonna yarn over, insert the hook into the 3rd chain and make a last double crochet like so. And now we're done. All right, and next I'm gonna cut the yarn. I'm gonna leave a long tail to sew the side of the top together. So I leave about 30 inches long, and also depend on how long you make your top, or even you make a dress, make sure you will have enough yarn to sew the side together. Okay, so for me about 30 inches long, and after that, after I cut, I'm just gonna pull the yarn out like so. Yay! And you need 2 of this, exactly the same. So now I have 2 of this panel. And next we're gonna make the straps, and then I will show you how to do that, and then after that we will sew the side together. Okay, let's make the strap first. Okay, for the straps I already make one because we're gonna make two exactly the same. Okay, that's what this look like. We're gonna start make a long chains, and then we're gonna slip stitch back into every chain stitches, and then we will add the flower at the end. Okay, if you don't want to add a flower, you just leave it like that. Okay, if you want to make longer straps, you just keep adding more chains. Okay, and keep in mind that the straps that you're gonna make, it's gonna insert into the front panel and then into the back panel, and it's kind of like wrap around the shoulder a couple times. I hope this makes sense. So let's go like this. Let's say this is the front panel, this is the back panel, and then you're gonna, this is the shoulder, this wrap one time already, and after you insert the front and the back panel, you're gonna wrap this one more time, and then you're gonna tie a bow or something. Just put in this, I tie a bow already. See, this is the front panel, this is the back panel, this is the shoulder. So the straps is go around the shoulder twice. Okay, so that's why you need long straps. All right, I think you know by looking at the picture, but I just wanna make sure one more time before we make the straps. Okay, longer straps better than short. Okay, so to start, I'm gonna make slip knot first, and then for me, I make 240 chains. It is about 46 inches long. Okay, if you want longer, feel free to add more chains. So after I make slip knot, I'm gonna chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I will keep making the change till I have 240 chains, and I will meet you guys back in. Okay, now I have 240 chains here. It's very long. Okay, and then we're gonna slip stitch into the second chain from the hook, which is this one. Skip the first one. Okay, and I recommend you guys to go into the little bump on the back of the chain stitch. Okay, and you also can go into the normal chain stitch as well, but I recommend go into the little bump on the back of the chain. So skip the first chain, insert the hook into the second chain, and like I said, I turn and I go into the little bump here. Insert my hook, put up a loop and pull it through. Oops, sorry. Okay, pull up a loop and pull it through, and the next chain, which is this one, and I go into the little bump again. Pull up a loop and pull it through. Okay, just repeat that. One slip stitch into each chain stitch across. So next stitch here, go into the little bump, pull up a loop and pull it through. Okay, next stitch, insert into next stitch, I insert into the little bump, pull up a loop and pull through. So next stitch here, insert the hook, up a loop and pull it through. Next stitch, insert the hook, pull up a loop and pull it through. See, just repeat that. Okay, insert the hook, pull up a loop and pull it through, like so. Next stitch, a little bit difficult to insert the hook too, but take your time, not that hard. Alright, I'm just gonna keep making one slip stitch into each chain stitch across, and I will meet you guys back in when you reach the end here. Okay, now I slip stitch into each chain stitch till I reach the end here. This is the last stitch that I slip stitch into, and then I already cut my yarn, and then after I cut the yarn, I just gonna pull the yarn out. And we're done for this part, and next we're gonna make the little flower here. Like I said, if you don't wanna put the flower in there, totally fine. You just weave all the ends and you're done. Okay, so I already make one flower, so we can make 2 flower into each strap, so total of 4 because we have 2 strap, but we're gonna put 1 flower on each end, so 4 total of the flower. So see, this one, the strap I already made, this one strap and have 2 flower in there. So this strap I already have 1 flower, but I don't attach in there yet. I'm gonna make 1 more and show you guys how to do that. Okay, and bring the yarn, and we're gonna make a magic ring. So I twist the yarn like this, okay, and hold it right here. Insert the hook into the loop and yarn over, pull up a loop and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. The chain 3 doesn't count as a stitch, okay? And now we have a magic ring here. And then we're gonna make 6 puff stitches. I will go slowly, don't worry. So I'm gonna yarn over, insert the hook into this ring space, okay, and then yarn over, pull up a loop. We're gonna do that 3 times. So this is the first time. So yarn over, insert the hook into the same into the same ring space. Yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the second time. And then yarn over, insert the hook into the same ring space. Yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the third time. And now we're gonna yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook, like so, and chain 1. This is the first puff stitch, okay? And then before we move on to make the next puff stitch, we're gonna chain 1, okay? We're gonna make 1 chain in between each puff stitches. All right, we're gonna repeat that. Make puff stitch into the same ring space. So yarn over, insert the hook into the same ring space, yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the first time. Yarn over, insert the hook into the same ring space, yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the second time. And then yarn over, insert the hook into the same ring space, yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the third time. And now we're gonna yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook, like so, and chain 1 to finish off the second puff stitch. Alright, so now we have 2 puff stitches, and then again we're gonna chain 1 in between the next puff stitch. Alright, do that again. Yarn over, insert the hook into the same ring space, yarn over, pull up a loop. This is the first time. Do that 2 more times. Yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, insert the hook. This is the third time. And then we're gonna yarn over and pull through all the loops and chain 1 to finish off the third puff stitch, and then chain 1 and then make puff stitch again. Do the same. Yarn over, insert the hook 3 times, okay, and then yarn over, pull all the loop out, and then chain 1 to finish off the puff stitch, and then make 1 more chain and then make next puff stitch. See, very easy. Okay, okay, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more. 1, 2, and 3, like so. All right, and now when you have 6 puff stitches into this ring space, you're gonna pull this tail tight to close up the hole, like so. There you go. And then we're gonna slip stitch on top of the first puff stitch to close up to lock the flower, the circle. So insert the hook on top of the first puff stitch, pull up a loop and pull through, and we done. And then we're just gonna cut the yarn, leave a little bit of tail, and pull the yarn out like so. And next, so you need 2 of this for one strap because we're gonna put on each end. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how I put into the strap. So I'm gonna bring my yarn needle, I insert this tail that come from the flower into my yarn needle, and then just insert into the strap like so. Okay, and insert back to the flower. Whatever stitch you prefer, just make sure it look pretty good, not look too bad. Okay, and then insert back to the strap one more time. That's what I do mine, so do whatever you prefer. And insert back into the flower like so. I think it look good. And then I go in the back, and I'm gonna insert into this couple stitch here. And now I have these 2 tails. I'm gonna tie those tails together. Just a couple times. Not too tight, not too loose either. Okay, something like that. Just like that. And now I'm gonna hide the tails. I'm just gonna insert back into those puff stitches. Okay, and then I'm gonna trim this tail. Come back to this tail. Very easy. Alright, and then trim tail. And yay, we're done with one side. And then you're gonna attach into the other side, the other end, exactly the same, but you might have more tails because this end is have already 2 tails and also 2 tails on the flower. But just attach the same, and then you're gonna tie all the tails together, make sure it's secure, and then hide all the tail, and you're done. Okay, and then after you're done with your straps, you need 2 straps. Okay, after you're done, I will be back and we're gonna sew the top together on the side, and then we're gonna insert the straps into the tank top. All right. Okay, after you have your straps, okay, now I have my straps done, and next we're gonna sew the tank top together. So you're gonna put the right side facing each other. So this is the first panel that I have. This is right side facing up, okay, and the other panel right here, I'm gonna put the right side facing down, so right side facing each other like so. And this is the tail that we left earlier, okay, and also this side, the tail that we left earlier, and we're gonna use those tails to sew the side of the tank top together. All right, and yeah, let's get sewing. Okay, for sewing you can use any method you prefer. I use my yarn needle here. I already insert my tail into the needle, and then we're gonna sew this side first. Nothing fancy for me, I just sew back and forth, but I just want to show you guys. So the tail comes from the back. I will call that back panel. I will call this front panel. But actually, doesn't matter which side you choose to be the back and the front panel because they are the same. Alright, so the yarn comes from the back panel. And then for the front panel, I'm gonna insert my needle into the third chain. Start count from here. Okay, so this is the first chain, second chain, and third chain. I insert into the third chain here. Bring it out. And go into the same stitch where the yarn comes from on the back panel, just to lock the first stitch. Okay, and now I'm gonna go to the next chain stitch right here of the front panel and go right here on the back panel. Bring the yarn out, go into next chain here, and then next stitch there. So this is, you cannot see the normal stitches, so you can guess where you're gonna insert your needle into, but it doesn't matter like if you don't see the real stitches, but only thing that you need to keep the eye on is make sure every row is lining up. So let's say the end of row 1 for the front panel and the end of row 1 for the back panel are lining up like this. Okay, that's all the matter. Alright, so I go into next stitch here of the front panel, next stitch there of the back panel. Like I said, I guess you need to guess where you're gonna insert your needle into. So next stitch here, front panel, next stitch there, the back panel, like so. Next stitch here and next stitch there. Alright, I'm just gonna keep sewing it all the way down. See? See, the end of row 1 for the front and the back panel are lining up. The end of row 2 for the front and the back panel is lining up. That's all that matters. And you're gonna keep sewing all the way down till you reach the end right here. And I will meet you guys back in. Okay, now I sew all the way down till I reach the end here. And then next, I just gonna tie those tails together. You will have one short tail on your panel. So you're gonna tie those tails together. Tie a couple knots. And then I'm just gonna hide the tail. Just insert back. Insert back. Alright, make sure it's secure, and then you're gonna trim the tail. And then I also gonna hide this tail also, and I will hide that later. Just wanna show you this is what it looks like. All the stitches, all the rows is lining up. Beautiful. This is the wrong side, and here is the right side. Okay, and then you're gonna sew the other side exactly the same. Use the long tail that you left earlier and use the method that you use for the first side to this side as well. Okay, and I will be back when you have the other side sewn, and then you're gonna weave all the ends. Okay, and I'll come back. Okay, now I sew both sides and then I weave all the ends already, and next you're gonna turn your right side out. So I already turned my right side out, and next we're gonna insert the straps into the tank top. So bring my strap one at a time. So for size small, I'm gonna count from the side seam 10 spaces. Okay, so in the 10th space we're gonna insert the strap into for size small. So this is my side seam here. So you start count from the space next to it. So this is the first space. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, this is the 10th one, and insert your strap into. I'm gonna insert from the inside to outside. Doesn't matter really. And next we're gonna insert the other side into the back panel. Again, start count from the side seam 10 spaces. Okay, and then into the 10th space we're gonna insert the strap into. So this one here, this is the side seam. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is the 10th, and then again I like to insert from the inside to the outside, like so. Alright, this is the first side. It's gonna look like this. So this is gonna be the shoulder. Okay, and then you're gonna bring this end up, and then bring this end up, and then you're gonna tie a knot or tie a bow or whatever you prefer, like that. Okay, and then you're gonna do exact same with this side. Count from the side seam 10 spaces. So this is the side seam. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I insert again. I like to insert from the outside, from the inside to the outside, and then insert to the back panel as well. Again, start count from the side seam 10 spaces. So this is the side seam. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and then insert the other end into the 10th space, like so. Again, this is the shoulder. I bring this end up, and then bring this end up, and then I'm gonna tie a bow. One good thing about these straps, you can adjust it. If you want shorter, you just bring it up more, you know. If you want longer, you just leave this strap lower. I love it. And yeah, now we're done. It's very cute and very easy, right? And yeah, congratulations, you just create a very beautiful and very cute tank top. I hope you enjoy making this tank top, and if you do, please give it a thumb up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I would love to see your tank top or whatever you're making, maybe a dress or a tank top. I would love to see it. Please feel free to text me on my Facebook or Instagram. I will put all the link in description below. And yeah, I will see you next video. Bye bye.